What up, guys? Son of Wonder here. So yesterday, Marvel officially, finally announced the cast for their MCU Fantastic Four film. So we got Pedro Pascal as Mr. Fantastic. We got Eben Moss-Bachrach, I believe is his name, if I'm pronouncing that correctly, as the Thing. We got Joseph Quinn as Human Torch, and we got Vanessa Kirby as Sue Storm / Invisible Woman. Now, I am happy with 3 of these castings, and I'm unhappy with one of them. But it's more so the fact, I think the thing that frustrates me the most is that only now are we getting this cast. Just now. The movie was announced in July of 2019. So like 5 years later, we're getting an actual casting announcement from Marvel.
And just a shade under a decade, too. All right.
That's absurd. There's no reason for that. And it proves just how unorganized and not on top of things Marvel has been the past few years. And so, anyway, when it comes to the actual casting announcement, I like Vanessa Kirby as Sue Storm. I think she looks like Sue Storm. She plays the character of the White Widow in the Mission Impossible movies. I think she's a great actress, so I'm totally okay with that one. I haven't seen Joseph Quinn or Eben Moss-Bachrach in anything. Well, I've seen Eben Moss-Bachrach in... I'm probably butchering that name so bad. But I've seen him in Andor. He was in Andor, very small role. Haven't seen him in anything else. But he did a good grumpy guy in Andor, and the Thing is supposed to be grumpy, so I'm okay with that. I haven't seen Joseph Quinn in anything. Apparently he was in Stranger Things. I haven't seen Stranger Things. But based off what very little I know about his character that he plays in Stranger Things, that character does seem to have qualities that are similar to Johnny Storm. So I can see him, even just looking at Joseph Quinn, I can totally see him as a Johnny Storm kind of character. But the most important casting, Reed Richards / Mr. Fantastic. I just don't see Pedro Pascal as Reed Richards. I love him as an actor. I love him as the Mandalorian. He was great in that movie he did with Nicolas Cage called Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent. It's a hilarious movie. It's awesome. I just don't see him as Reed Richards. He doesn't look like Reed Richards to me. I know I've seen some like fan casts. A lot of people think he'd be great. I personally just am not on board with that. And he's like the most important one, and I'm not really feeling it. But I mean, obviously, when it comes to this movie, the main thing has to be the writing. The main thing has to be the storytelling. And Marvel has been doing such a horrible job concerning both of those things in the past few years that I have no trust in them to make a good film in this case. I will be hopeful that something good can come out of this, that this actually might be a good Fantastic Four movie, because if there was any franchise that needed a good movie in the franchise, it was the Fantastic Four. We have yet to have a tried and true, non-cheesy, but still true to form, Fantastic Four movie. I've seen the original, the ones where Chris Evans is Human Torch, the first 2. And, Rise of the Silver Surfer, I don't hate, but it's not good. That's the thing. So we really need a good one, and even though I'm not the biggest fan of Pedro Pascal as Mr. Fantastic, everybody else is okay. What they should have done is they should have gotten John Krasinski and Emily Blunt to be Mr. Fantastic and Sue Storm. That was the obvious thing to do. So I don't know why they didn't do it. But anyway, I'm still hoping that this movie is somehow good. They delayed it once again to July of next year, 2025. So now we have a Superman movie in Superman Legacy debuting on July 11th of 2025. And we have a Fantastic Four movie debuting on July 25th of 2025. Anyway, I am mediocre on this, mainly because the Pedro Pascal, I don't really see him as it, but we will see. I'll give it a chance. I'll be hopeful, but also not overly optimistic.